Yo guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video. So this is going to be basically a follow-up our last video for when I tested Ghost Rider. And we got some new tests, as you can see on screen right now. So I gathered up some info, and we're going to look at the tests that had a positive result and the tests that had a negative result. Because from what I've heard, is that Ghost Rider is supposedly better than his old uniform, but he's going to need like a really, really hard rotation for you to even achieve that score. So as you can see, this is stage 5 of Thanos' World Boss Legend Plus. And as you can see, this is only to X30, so I do not know how much more reliable it is later on. But for X30, it took him 4 minutes 13 seconds. And for his old uniform, as you can see, his old uniform did it in 4 minutes and 7 seconds. So as you can see, 4 minutes 13, 4 minutes 7 seconds. And if I had to guess, they're both rage. At least they should be both rage. So as you can see, it is supposedly better, but only by a few seconds. So it's not really a huge, like, revolutionary change. But there is some improvement. As you can see, they both use the same supports. For Giant Boss Raid, as you can see, this one has done all of it in 8 minutes 49 seconds with Ghost Panther as support and Valkyrie. If I had to guess, Ghost Panther as lead. As for his old uniform, as you can see, 8 minutes 44. So again, it's not a huge difference. It's like a 3-second difference, a 5-second difference. So it's not something huge, but again, there is improvements on both of them. And we have Alliance Battle Extreme, as you can see. For Alliance Battle Extreme, same support as the Giant Boss Raid. It is 13.8 million. And for his old uniform, as you can see, it's pretty much the same. It's only like a 90,000 increase. And if you want to go the extra route, it's only a 100,000 increase in score. Which, it's not the biggest improvements I've ever seen. Like, yes, sure, it is an improvement at the end of the day, but I thought this would be like a much bigger improvement compared to the old one. But no, it's just like, what, 100k difference? It's actually 90k, because if we take this as 30,801,000, then it would be just basically a 90k difference if we count this as 30,900,000. So I don't see that much of a huge difference, honestly. And as for his Alliance Battle Legends, his new one, again, they're all with the same support. The new one is 7.8,800,000, and his old one is 7.7, 7.8, let's say. So again, it's an 80,000 difference. It's not that huge for you to start considering him like a better improvement. And keep in mind, this is with the new one having a much harder rotation than his old one, because the new one's rotation is actually very, very, very hard. Like, when I say very hard, I don't mean like some characters like he's like maybe top 10 hard characters for you to play. No, what I mean by that is that he is literally, I kid you not, he is this approximately the same difficulty as that of Loki and Jean Grey. Like, that's how hard he is. His rotation is 5, cancel to 2, cancel to 1, cancel to 3, delay cancel 3 to 4. And then after that, you do 1 cancel to 2, And then directly after that, you do 3 delay cancel into 7 into, and then 5 cancel into 6 delay into 4, and then 1 cancel 2 delay 3 delay 2 sorry to 3, and then 3 delay to 5, and then 5 cancel to 4. I'll write it write the rotation down in the comments because it might not have been that clear, but still, he is very, very hard for you to master. So compared to the old one and the new one, in my opinion, if you're going to use him for PvE, you would use his old uniform, because at least then his old uniform's rotation is not as hard as the new one. And this time, this one is stage 9 of Kang, as you can see for both of them. So again, stage 9, and it's only a 6-second difference. A 6-second difference on stage 9 Kang with the same ones. And alongside this test, I don't have the image here yet, but this test also said that the striker is also worse. The new one is better in a striker than the old one. But I'm not sure as to how true that is. But there's not really that huge of a difference between the two. The reason that he could be recommended for players to buy the new one instead of the old one is because of because the difference is so little, and right now he's on discount. You can save yourself 700 crystals to go ahead and buy the new one instead of spending full price on his seasonal that only comes back once every year. And for the test that we said that is that had a worse result, this time is from Bob Sarge. Make sure to check out his video. But for Bob Sarge, he did the same tests for Alliance Battle, Extreme Legend, and World Boss Legend. So this is the stats for his Ghost Rider. And if we go to, as you can see, starting with Alliance Battle, Extreme. So if we go to the end of this, right here, he's using a Judgment. And now we wait. And he scored 18,000,000 So 1818 basically. Let's save that for ourselves. And then this is for his new one. His new one did 17.4 million. Let's say 17.5. So I do not know how, but that is almost a million score difference. Which, as you can see, with that 1 million, you miss out on a reward. So that is for the old and new one in Alliance Battle Extreme. This time, he's doing this for Legends. So we're going to skim this through until the end, right here. And he scored 13 million for the old one. As for the new one, he scored, I think he scored the same, maybe better. He scored 13.2. Let me check the old one. The old one scored 13, but the new one scored 13.2. So he is better for Alliance Battle Legends, but not better by a margin. It's only a 200,000 score difference, which obviously some of you might find it a lot, but in his case, that 200,000 did not really get him to 40 million where he needed it. And now he's going to test World Boss Legend. This is World Boss Legend Plus, sorry, stage 80. So I don't think he did all of it. No, he didn't. Okay. So I think he tried to do until 40 bars. No, 47. So to 47 bars, it took 3 minutes 53. 3 minutes 53. Let's check here. And now this time took 3 minutes and also took the same. Yeah, 3 minutes 53. They both took the exact same. This time this is a Luna run because he's comparing the tier 4 striker, because supposedly he's worse. Because his 4th skill is takes less amount of hits than his old one. but let's see it here in action. For his new one, as you can see, let's just wait for a few seconds. 19.2 million. So 19.2 million with the old striker, yeah. And this time, this one is... Hold on. This one is 18.9. Now, in his case, that score difference doesn't matter that much because he already got all the rewards needed. But it could also matter for the case that if you're trying to build a push for Alliance tournament. This also applies for Ghost Rider's new uniform for the Alliance Battle Legends. I forgot to mention that. So the 200k difference could be the make or break situation for if your Alliance goes into Alliance tournament or not. So that was for the testing that I have found. So this side says that he's better. Bob Sarge says that he's worse. Do what you can with this information, honestly. But from what I've seen, since, as I mentioned, the difference is not that huge for you to notice a difference, if you already have his seasonal, then you can skip out on this one. At one scenario, one case only, if you do not want him for PvP. Because Marine already made a video about him for PvP, and he is really good for PvP. So if you want a PvP Ghost Rider, you're obviously going to need his artifact, and you're going to need his new uniform. However, I'm talking for PvE, if you're going to use him for PvE. If you will use him for PvE, and you already have a seasonal, then you can go ahead and skip his new one. However, if you're planning on waiting for his seasonal for PvE, sorry, then go ahead and get his new one right now because it's on discount. Or if you want, wait until Black Friday and then you can get him at 50% discount. So yeah, that was the general idea for Ghost Rider. Personally, for me, I already bought him, but I will use him for PvP because I'm not going to use him for PvE. I'll only use him for PvP. But for those of you who want to use them for PvE, if you already have a seasonal, skip if you do not buy it at a discount. That's the advantage that he has. He's outside of the seasonal box, and he gets a discount compared to a seasonal, which does not. So yeah, that was all pretty much for today. I was trying to cover up the testing that we got today and yesterday. So yeah, if you want him for PvP, go for it. He's very, very good. And the bonus side for this is for PvP, he doesn't need greed or conquest or whatever. You just need either a judgment or a rage. So yeah, whichever one you want, go for it. If you want PvP, take the new one. If you want PvE, also take the new one if you do not have a seasonal. But if you have a seasonal, you can go ahead and skip. If he's your favorite, then go ahead and get it by all means necessary. So yeah, that was all for today's video. I hope you found it informative, and I hope that you know now the real difference. Because as I have mentioned on the last video, I'm not the most reliable there is, but I have noticed some flaw compared to his old one. But we've got the cover-ups, and the difference is not that huge for you to consider it an upgrade if you already have a seasonal, unless you want to use them for PvP. So yeah, that was all for today's video. If you have enjoyed it, please like and subscribe and comment down below if you're going to get him or not. So yeah guys, I'm going to go ahead and see you all in the very next video. Goodbye.